Saudi Arabia, which spans most of the northern and central Arabian Peninsula, is a strong country with a long and rich history. The Hijaz, located in the western highlands near the Red Sea, is the birthplace of Islam and home to the religion's holiest towns, Mecca and Medina. Najd, a large arid zone inhabited by nomadic tribes until recently, is located in the country's regional heartland. The country's rich oil fields to the east, along the Persian Gulf, have made Saudi Arabia affiliated with petroleum riches since the 1960s. Religion, tribalism, and vast wealth have all played a role in the country's subsequent history. Saudi Arabia is indeed the world's biggest country without a river. Desalination plants and underground reservoirs provide the majority of the fresh water in this region. Saudi Arabia is primarily a desert nation. The Rub al Khali, located in the country's south, is the world's biggest sand desert. The country is the biggest oil exporter around the globe, but declining oil prices have caused paying its oil workers more difficult. Now, the Saudi government has proposed a project that would help the country's economy. Sharma, Saudi Arabia. This oceanfront region of northwest Saudi Arabia is so desolate that a group of consultants identified the only plentiful resources as sunshine and greater accessibility to saltwater. However, Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman did not really see a wasteland as he flew in his helicopter here several years ago. He had seen the future and devised a blueprint for a $500 billion city-state covering 10,000 square miles of rugged desert and empty coastline in order to draw the world's smartest people and finest talents to the world's highest-paying employment in the world's most diverse city. The megacity would run entirely on renewable energy. Named NEOM, it will cover an area of 10,232 square miles. It will stretch across 3 countries, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Jordan. The prince intends to turn NEOM into a commercial and technological hub by focusing on 9 axes: biotech, food, entertainment, press, high technology, transportation, digital and technological sciences, and also energy and water. You'll be able to take drone taxis to work, and robots will vacuum your houses. The city would replace Silicon Valley in terms of technology, Hollywood in terms of entertainment, or the French Riviera in terms of holiday destinations. Furthermore, it will provide its residents with a lavish lifestyle, including a plethora of top restaurants and leisure opportunities. According to the project's website, there are also proposals for record-breaking amusement parks, sparkling beaches, the biggest global greenhouse, and countless parkland. NEOM is the biggest project in Saudi Arabia's ambitious strategy to prepare for the post-oil era, which includes proposals to sell shares in the oil giant Saudi Aramco, establish the world's largest sovereign wealth fund, and end the country's long-standing restriction on women drivers. NEOM will be built from scratch on Greenland sites, giving it a distinct advantage over all other locations that have been designed and built over hundreds of years. Development has already started following NEOM's disclosure at the New Investment Plan event in Riyadh on October 24, 2017. NEOM Bay, which will have several resorts and luxurious residences, has been under construction. NEOM Bay Airport opened in 2019 and therefore will operate as a temporary hub until the main airport is completed. The Line, a city shaped in a straight line that would stretch 170 kilometers from the coast into the interior desert, is expected to cost around $500 billion and is scheduled to open its first stage by 2025. The line will be divided into 3 levels. There will be a continuous pedestrian walkway with parks on the first one, the utilities, restaurants, and other industrial spaces will be on the second floor, and then there's the spine, which is the 3rd dimension. Bin Salman also mentioned that the city is being planned with a potential community of 1 million people in mind. He went on to say that these people would be only 5 minutes away from any goods and services they might need in their everyday lives. The NEOM initiative, as well as the Line, have been heavily promoted online and are actively pursuing additional foreign funding to help the city expand. Several YouTube commercials and posts, as well as viral explanatory images, have been contributed to the project's growing international recognition. NEOM is expected to use cloud seeding technologies to create artificial clouds that can generate more rain than the desert will naturally produce. Officials claim that the city will also have the world's most advanced school infrastructure, with lessons taught by holographic instructors. A Jurassic Park-style island for visitors with robotic dinosaurs is another concept of the city, while NEOM itself is expected to be illuminated at night by a massive artificial moon. However, this ambitious scheme has raised some doubts and suspicions about the true motives behind its development, as well as the legal issues that plague both the region and the country overall. The present and possible expulsion of the Al Huwaitat tribe is a big point of contention in NEOM. With 20,000 residents awaiting displacement and several Al Huwaitat activists killed in recent years, the initiative has drawn foreign criticism from a number of NGOs. Abdulrahim Al Huwaiti, one of the tribe's leading supporters, was killed by Saudi security forces on April 13, 2020, in what they said was self-defense because Al Huwaiti had shot first. Al Huwaiti was a vocal opponent of the NEOM initiative, and many believe that this was the cause of his demise. They have started the process of removing residents, starting with surveying homes with the goal of eliminating people and evicting them from their land, Al Huwaiti said in a video filmed on the day of his death, referring to Saudi forces arriving in his hometown. They detained everyone who said they didn't want to be deported, didn't want to leave their families, and didn't want money, he continues. This venture is indeed crucial for Saudi Arabia, not only because of the possible revenue from tourism and investment, but also because it will enable the country to take strategic charge of trade and transit within the region and beyond. The NEOM development area is adjacent to the Tiran Strait, where the Saudi-controlled islands of Tiran and Sanafir are located just off Egypt's beach resort city Sharm el-Sheikh on the Sinai Peninsula. Along with the city plan, there is also a plan to construct a bridge that would link the two countries by land. This bridge will totally transform the way the area operates, allowing goods to be transported directly from Egypt to Saudi Arabia without having to travel through Israel. The bridge will also grant Saudi Arabia authority over the strait, theoretically increasing the country's sway over Asian exports to Israel. This would also help Saudi Arabia become one of the major travel and transportation hubs, though it would face stiff competition from neighboring Qatar and the United Arab Emirates, both of which have established themselves as aviation powerhouses with their respective major airlines, Qatar Airways and Emirates. What are your thoughts on this interesting NEOM plan? Do you suppose that, like many other outlandish ideas, the dream will die away? Or is Saudi Arabia the ideal country to carry out such an endeavor? With that, we conclude our video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if so, then give it a thumbs up and ring the notification bell button for our latest updates. We would love to hear your feedback. Is there anything you would want to share with us? Please feel free to mention it in the comment section. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.